Alright, let's go ahead and look at finding roots of a parabola. So the key of finding roots of a parabola is to set y equal to 0. That is the kicker. So when we do that, we set y equal to 0 because all along here my y is 0. That is the reason. Now, on this one here, I need to factor this. So this actually is simple if you remember the first rule of factoring, and that is to take out the common factor. Because when I do that, I am done. No diamonds, no difference of two squares, no nothing. Just take out the common factor and be finished. Now, this is tricky for some because you look at this and it's like, it looks different. But it is a factor, and you set that equal to 0. And this is the other factor, and you set that equal to 0. So this is 0. So we have our 0, 0. Here is negative 4. So we have our negative 4, 0. So we graph them, because that is going to help us figure out where the vertex is. The vertex needs to be exactly in the middle, and the x value that's exactly in the middle is negative 2. So I'm going to plug negative 2 in here. And I'm going to get 4 minus 8 is negative 4. And you always need to plug in the 2 to the right or the 2 to the left. I already have this one here, so I need to plug in negative 1 because that's right next door to negative 2. So when I plug in negative 1, I have negative 1 squared plus 4 minus 1, which will give me 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So we're right there. Symmetrically, I know that this is also negative 3. And I also had my originals at 0, 0, and negative 4, 0. So I do have my 5 points that are required. And there's my beautiful little parabola. Let's look at this one here. For this one here, it looks a little tricky. We are trying to figure out the roots. And so what you can do is factor out a negative first. Or actually, let's just do this. This is going to be a whole lot easier. Let's plug in 0 for y. I need space. Let's plug in 0 for y. If you had this, I personally wouldn't factor it. Because the truth is, you always just need to isolate the x value, and there's only one x. There's not, like in this case, 2 x's, or like in this case, 2 x's here. There's just one. So really all I need to do is to move over my x squared. And when I move over my x squared, it ends up being positive. And then I just need to square root that. So because I'm undoing the square, and upon doing so, I end up getting a plus and a minus 2. So I do get 2 answers, which is here and here, which is here and here for my roots. My vertex, my x value is right smack dab in the middle, so that is going to be 0. I plug in 0, I get 4. Now, real quick, going back here, you should have had it going up because it was a positive x squared. You should have this going down because it is a negative x squared. So you want to make sure that you're getting the right direction on all of these, so you can double check yourself. I also need to plug in 1 because that's right next door. And when I I already have 1 4. When I plug in 1, I square 1 first and then take the negative. So I get 1 squared and then minus, so that's a minus 1 plus 4 is a 3. So 3 here and 3 here. Remember, it is symmetrical. So that would be negative 1, 3. And then remember, I already had my 2, 0 and my negative 2, 0. So those are my 5 points, which makes a nice, pretty parabola.